What role do you think that academia plays in bad ideas originating?
Oh, well, it's academia as we find it is a tremendously corrupt place for lots of reasons, many of them quite mundane, like the way we fund universities tends to put a bias in the sciences in favor of experiments and against theory, which is preposterous because science functions when theory correctly predicts the results of experiments. But because universities are fueled by what's called grant overhead, which is the top 50% of any grant that is awarded, there is a tendency inside the university to hire people who run expensive experiments that need big grants. They very easily dispense with theorists who need access to a library and pencils in the ideal case, because they don't bring in big grants. However, what this does is it short circuits the scientific process and creates an iterated series of observations that are not scientific. And so ideas that should be quickly dispensed with by the partnership between theory and experiment may live on. They may even come to dominate fields. And that means that academics are, without their knowledge, peddling low quality material because they've compromised the goose that lays the golden eggs.
If you were given free reign on academia, what else would you change about the current system and setup?
Well, first of all, the population of people that inhabit the academy has shown tremendous cowardice in light of the absurd notions that are fueling the modern protest movement. And so I would say we have a basic problem, which is that the culture of academia is timid and compliant in the face of power. It has tolerated really low quality ideas like postmodernism, critical race theory, queer theory, and that in some sense it's hard to imagine the system being corrected without a turnover in who is in the faculty, and that turnover would have to be accompanied by some sort of a plan to get more courageous, deeper thinkers into those chairs in a way that they were safe enough to stick around. So I must say I'm kind of not optimistic about the prospects of academia in the next generation or two because it is so broken. We have allowed the problem to get so bad that it will be very difficult to rescue the institutions. I should also say, though, we should rescue them. For one thing, they have all these beautiful campuses that have everything you need to run a really good educational institution. So it would be the perfect place to do it if you decided to be serious about education and research.
Young people maybe coming out of high school and maybe they're in that place where they're out of high school before university, wondering what approach to take, wondering if university is the only approach to take, because I think for a lot of people here in the UK especially, there's almost a script written where if you don't go to university, then you're considered instantly less than everyone else who did. How do you maybe give advice to those who maybe are looking elsewhere or they don't know where else to turn?
This is a very tough question because I don't think there really is good advice. Young people are caught in a bind, which is that even if a university education is close to useless at this point, one may still need the credential in order to be taken seriously. So it's hard to know how to advise them. I think it's a huge waste, and frankly, it's become a racket. The tremendous price of a college education is not mirrored by the value of what you'll learn, but it continues to flourish because the mythology suggests that it is necessary for high quality thought. Were that not the case, I would advise people to make use of all of the resources that are now everywhere that allow them to teach themselves how to do things of very high value. So I think you can get quite a high quality education if you have the correct motivational structure by sourcing the insight that you need outside of the official structure, but it won't give you a degree.